Traders, in today's video we are looking at the DXY, EUR USD and GBP USD, guys. And if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell, guys. That is if you are gaining some knowledge from this channel here. So we are on the daily time frame, as you can clearly notice, and then this overall trend on the DXY is to the upside. As you can see here, we had a break of structure within this point to show that the momentum is to the upside, guys. And if you have like any questions, just drop it in the comment section. That is if you don't understand something. And for those who want to book private calls, we have private calls so that you can just learn how to trade, guys. And that private call will last maybe for 5 days. And then if you're interested, just use the WhatsApp number on the pinned comments or the link in the pinned comments. So as you can see here, we had a break of structure, so it means that this is our low here, and now we have to determine our highest point. And as you can see here, we didn't have the 3 candle pullback up until this point here. So this is the pullback that we have. So it means that we are even a trading range from this low to this high here. So we are just gonna wait up until the market takes out this previous high here. And the last candle that broke structure, that is our area of order block, or our area of demand, guys, of which it's this one here. It's this one here. Then as you can see, the market tapped into it nicely, and we also have some type of liquidity here, relatively equal lows around this point here. That is the liquidity that we have here, just because you need to map out like your overall liquidity areas. That is if you want like sniper entries. And then as you can see here, we had the internal structure pushing to the downside. We can just check it on the 4-hour time frame. So as you can see here, we had the high. So this was the internal. As you can see here, we have your high, low, high, low, high, lower low, of which this is your internal change of character. So this is an eye chart. You can just say this is an eye chart, just like that. And this is very simple, guys. Whenever you get to learn like the proper knowledge, then it becomes a bit simple. So as you can see here, we also had this area of supply, just like that. Also liquidity around this point. Then it means that this is your lowest point, this is your highest point, just like that. Then it's a new break of structure coming up around this point. Then after that, we had the market tapping into this area here. I don't know why it tapped into this area here, but like seems like it was valid. Then after that, it means that this is our low here. So this is our low, lower high, then this is your lower low here. So it means that this is another break of structure, just because we already see that we have more than 3 candles pushing to the upside with big momentum. So break of structure here, break of structure around this point. So this is your change of character around here. So the change of character already happened around here. And make sure that you look left. For those who don't understand, make sure that you check if like your previous low has been taken out. So around here, it has been taken out. So it means that the liquidity is gone around this point. So I'm just gonna wait and see if we pull back down into this area of demand here. Then if we pull back down to this area of demand, then it obviously means that we need to be looking for buying opportunities on EUR USD and GBP USD, but like that needs to be confirmed by the market structure on GU and EU, guys. So let's look at EU. So on the let's just look at the 4-hour in this case, just because I'm seeing a few things on the 4-hour time frame. So you can just zoom out and look at the overall structure. So just gonna draw out like the areas of interest, then get to the analysis very quickly, guys. So as you can see here, we have your low, your lower high here, then you have your lower low, of which this shows that this is your break of structure, guys. Break of structure right here. Then now you have to look for areas of interest, and then as you can obviously see here, this was an area of supply, obviously area of supply here, and then the market swept out this area here just because there was some type of liquidity within this point here, liquidity within here, just like that. Then this is our last candle here around here. So it means that we had liquidity, then the market started to push to the downside. Then as you can see here, we also had a break of structure, which means this is a break of structure again, just because the low was taken out. After taking out that low, you can see that the market just reacted to this point here of supply around here, reacted to this point of supply. And let me just draw out like the supply so that I can make sure that you all understand, guys. It's because if you don't understand, then it's a waste of time if I do like this type of analysis. So as you can see here, break of structure, it means that this is your new low, this is your new lower high, né? So the change of character will come up soon, just because this is your break of structure, which means that this is your lowest point, and then this is your highest point. That means that this is your trading range from this high to this low here, and then we are expecting the market to tap into an area of interest. Let's say maybe around here we tap into this supply zone here. Then after tapping into the supply, we expect the market to sell off, but like in this case that did not happen, just because we had a change of character within here. And after having that change of character, obviously you just need to map out like your highest point and your lowest point. So the highest point is this one, using the 3 candle pullback. As you can see, you have 1, 2, and then 3, and then it's multiple candles, as you can obviously see, guys. Everything is confirmed. And as you can see at the bottom of the structure, obviously we had liquidity within here. This is important, guys. This is very important. You may be trading SMC, but like you're not seeing results, just because most of the things you're leaving them out, you don't understand them. But like I said, we have Zoom calls that you can require, and then you'll get them, and then they're not free, guys. It's just $100 for only 5 days. It means that it's $20 per day. So as you can see here, we have your lowest point and your highest point. Then it means that this is your area of demand, just because the market has to take out this liquidity before pushing to the downside. And then what I like about drawing my supply and demand, guys, is that I also use liquidity and then also use like imbalances. So this is your demand, so this is the liquidity that has been taken out on this supply zone here. And then you can obviously see that this is also an area that we have as a fair value gap. So this is an imbalance also, so it means that the market has to push to the upside. So after taking out this area here, as you can see, we have failed to take out this area here. Then if the market fails to take out this area here, then it means that we have to look for the internal structure here, just because maybe there was something that the market needs to take out. For example, there is liquidity here, there is liquidity within this point, relatively equal lows around here, and you can just say that this is like your trend line liquidity if you want to extend everything, guys. So after having that trend line liquidity, it means that everything within here is internal up until maybe the market changes character. As you can see here, we had an internal change of character within this point, and like I told you, on the DXY we are expecting the DXY to push up. It means that EUR USD and GBP USD has to be giving us some selling opportunities. So the change of character has already happened. Let me just leave it like this, and we failed to take out this high here, of which this is some type of liquidity at the moment. So I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen. Are we going to pull back into this area here? As you can see, this is a nice supply zone, and then after having the supply zone, we can obviously see that we also had a fair value gap around here. So this fair value gap means a lot to me, just because it magnifies like the price to get back into this area here before we can get like those nice selling opportunities. And we can just look at the 1 hour time frame. So as you can clearly see on the 1 hour time frame, everything is stacking up very nicely, guys, and we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens, if the market gives us what we want to see, or it will just give us something different. But like, we just have to wait until the market opens. So around here you can obviously see that the market pushed down, then we have 1, then 2, then 3. So it means that this is also a break of structure. So this is a break of structure also, but like, I'm depending on the price to get back into that area of imbalance before I can start looking for selling opportunities. So it means that GBP USD is just complicated for this week, but like, just gonna simplify it as the price action moves, guys. So let's just look at GBP USD. So on the 4 hour, let's just look at the 4 hour on GBP USD. So as you can clearly see here, the market was pushing down very nicely. There is nothing that I can say here. As you can see here, break of structure here. And after having the break of structure, obviously the market continued to break a few structure areas, just because if I just explain the 3 candle pullback for a long time or for multiple times, guys, you won't understand. So as you can see here, lower low, lower high, then the lower low. So it means that this is your trading range here to here. So we're just expecting the market to do both two things, either break to the upside or break to the downside. So now we broke to the upside, which means that this is your change of character. Then after having the change of character here at the top of the structure, we need to be looking for our 3 candle pullback. And then as you can see here, we had the 3 candle pullback around here, so which means that this is your high. So this is your higher low here. Then we had a higher high, of which the market gave us a new break of structure within here, just like that. Then after having the break of structures, we continued to push up. Then this is a liquidity sweep around here. This is not considered a break, it's just a liquidity sweep, so which means that this is your new low here, and then the market failed to create a new high just because we had a liquidity sweep. So now we have this change of character within this point here. So let me just make sure that everything is stacking up nicely. So the high 1 2, so 1 2, so this is not your 3 candle pullback, so it means that this is your highest point, then this is your lowest point, and currently the market is still within this area here. The market is still within this point here, so it means that on the lower time frame we're just waiting for some type of reaction here to happen. But like, this is still a liquidity sweep around here. This is still a sweep. Then we are expecting the market to push back to the upside. So let's look at the 1 hour time frame. So on the hour time frame, you just have to refine all your areas. So around here we still have this area here of supply, and then I'm expecting the market to give us what, a change of character within this point before we can get to take those buying opportunities, because it seems like GU is trying to push to the upside. And then around here we also had some type of a sweep of liquidity. So the 15-minute is our area that we are going to use, or a time frame that we're going to use to look for those nice sells. So as you can see here, the market was pushing down, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then we had this area here as your higher high around that point. So it means that this was a failed change of character, and then there is liquidity at the top, guys. Sometimes you'll get trapped in the markets. So around here we had another break of structure pushing to the downside, just like that. This is your BOS. Then now I'll be expecting to see if the market will take out this previous high here. And if you can take it out, then it means that we can start looking for those buying opportunities. Let's say we do this, come back, then we can continue pushing up with this overall market structure, guys. So I think I've explained each and everything, and if you don't understand, make sure that you ask the right questions. And as you know, I've created a Zoom session whereby you can just subscribe to it for $100, like I told you, and you get like 5 days with me one-on-one learning how to trade the markets, guys. Now I'll see you on another video. Peace and love.